Last we left off, you started the last leg of your journey to Minroe. Thaddeus was stopped by the war wizards who noticed that he had been infected, despite Herc's thorough analysis back at the inn. Herc was able to cure him quickly, and you were allowed to continue on your way. Upon reaching Minroe, talking with a guard named Davos at the northern end of town, you found that the people of the town had been acting weird. These people called the Emissary of Balance had taken over and were peddling a miracle potion that could cure any ailments, make your crops grow more bountiful than ever before, and a multitude of other things. They were currently holding an event in the center of town, selling those vials for just 2 coppers apiece. And a lot of folks were clamoring to buy them. We resume in Aunt Sasha's house after having found out that she too was infected. And the cookies she's trying to serve are also infected. Sammy had just thrown a vial on the ground, shattering it. And Sasha's response, "I'm just gonna have to make you clean that up." And she turns and reaches into the cabinet, the cupboard nearby, and pulls out a small broom and dustpan, as well as a rag. "Make sure to soak up all the contents of that vial into this rag. Don't waste any of it." And she hands it to you.
Aunt Sasha, what are you going to use that for?
Child, I thought I raised you better than that. We waste not in this house. We keep everything. I'm going to reuse it for tea.
I mean, it sounds, if you don't mind me saying, it sounds like a very easy way to get sick, though. I mean, I don't know what's on that floor.
Well, you boil the water for tea, right? Don't you think you would probably get rid
actually
of...
doesn't guarantee safety, believe it or not.
I'll be fine. I'm old enough and I've eaten plenty of things off the ground. I think that I'll be just fine. Dirt's never hurt anyone.
But Sasha, you shouldn't be taking those kind of risks. You just got over that cough.
Child, would you actually make me some tea for the moment? Thank you. Help yourself to some cookies.
And she walks out into the living room and resumes her space, sitting in her rocking chair, doing some
I'm gonna make her some regular ass tea.
Okay.
John,
Yes.
could I use Mage Hand, take off like a bit of the cookie and like put it in like a glass vial or something?
Yeah, absolutely. No checks needed for that.
Okay.
You're doing that while Herc is grabbing a cookie and eating it.
I use the Mage Hand and like slap your hand.
Wait, who had the detect poison going, me or you?
It was you. Which reminds me, I do want to clarify, because it happened right at the end of session, and I think I was trying to squeeze in the Sasha. As you were going from the tavern to Sasha's house, you did notice with your detect disease that there were a lot of different points of interest, as well as people that were flagging on your detect disease radar.
Don't eat the cookies. They've got that mushroom juice in them.
What's that, dear?
Oh, nothing, Sasha. I was telling them about what a great cook you are.
Oh, yes, I made the cookies just for this very occasion.
As you open up the jar to find her tea, it's impossible to miss, but there is a folded up piece of paper that is taking up the majority of the jar.
Rhea slowly disappeared into the ether.
She is fading.
No, she's just stunned. I've seen this before.
This is your brain on drugs.
Did you eat a cookie?
No, she's frozen with fear. She doesn't know what she's anticipating.
Captain, they're breaking communication.
Isn't this what happens with like when you get beamed up and you don't actually get reassembled or whatever correctly?
Oh god,
No,
you turned into that.
Actually, pulls up glasses. You just stay in your original position. You don't even get beamed up at all.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No.
Glasses back down.
Bria, if you can
Nice.
hear us.
Texting her.
Oh, are you? Okay, perfect. Oh,
Oh, there
she's
she
back
is.
now.
Hey!
Hey.
Did you miss all of that?
Um,
you.
Cannot hear you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going deaf.
she's unmuted, which is weird, but
Oh.
If there's issues, I can switch back to my phone.
yeah,
Your
might
what?
need to.
That
Her
delay is
phone.
really beautiful.
I think she left so she could switch to her phone. I wonder whether or not
I think her laptop, it was too much.
well,
Hmm,
this is a
yeah.
brand new laptop.
Oh.
This is like I'm pretty sure this is a new like MacBook Pro whatever, but I'm wondering what the-
Wi-Fi speed?
well, it could be Wi-Fi speed. It could also be like overall like network bandwidth. Maybe
Mm.
Or
You're
the drivers
muted
need
now.
to be updated.
How's that?
Yay!
You're
Everybody
good.
hear me?
Better.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
I think it's an issue that my computer is just very old. I was really hoping that I could just.
Oh, I thought this was
run
your new
everything.
computer.
No, I haven't got a new computer yet.
Oh.
I have a monitor, so I can see a lot more all at once. But
Oh, gotcha.
that was exactly my fear.
It was a really
What's
cool
that?
effect.
Yeah, the webcam
I'm
looked
so
really good
glad.
while it worked.
Dude, that'd make for a fantastic
well.
scary movie.
Like
Just
the fact that
saying.
you just slowly pixelated.
Yeah.
It was great.
Woo, I'm excited to watch it when I watch the session next week.
Okay, so was there anything
Okay,
that you
sorry.
didn't? Was there anything that you didn't hear? Did you hear everything?
No, I heard everything.
Okay, cool.
In terms of input, all coming through.
Okay, gotcha. Was there anything that you tried to say while I was talking? That
No.
we might. Okay, perfect. So we resume then with as Arsis is going to make the tea, finding up. You've made Sasha tea before. This paper isn't normally in there, but it is now.
Yeah, I'll pull it out and look at it and read it and see what
It
it
is.
is.
It is in Sasha's handwriting. I'm still in here. I can't do anything that they or it doesn't want. Help me.
Hark!
Right
Hark,
here.
I'm gonna need you to do that thing you do that's really, really awesome.
Takes off his shirt.
And I'll walk back over to where they're sitting and be like, Can you fix my aunt? Can you fix her? With the magic that you do.
Fine. I guess so.
Look what I
Uh,
found, and I'll pass the note over.
Arsis, I'm still in here. Can't do anything. They.
Shh. Read it to yourself.
What I'm doing.
Herc, darling. We probably shouldn't say that out loud.
I'll go over and look inside the cookie jar. Or the tea jar.
Tea jar, yeah.
Riker will message Arsis and say, "Do you want me to distract her while you guys talk?"
I'm hoping he'll get the point sooner rather than later.
What do you think she means
Are you
by
sure?
here?
I said hoping. Herc, I appreciate that you're amazing, you know, with your stories and everything, but I really need your magic right now.
The power.
Yeah, that special power you do that stops the mushroom.
Right.
Can you do that
on
to
your
Sasha?
aunt.
Yes, please.
Fine. What is this all about?
That I believe that is
There's
my.
just tea in here.
I'll explain afterwards if you don't mind.
All right. Drop the paper on the counter.
I'll pick it up.
Go over to Sasha and, well, I'll look back at Arthur. It's like, are you sure? I wasn't
Yeah.
able to do anything for Arthur, remember?
Please
Right.
just try.
And I will call upon Tamora. Another risky move here. Just met this woman, but I need your help. And I will try to remove disease on Sasha.
As you try to, do you have to physically touch? Is that a touch casting? Okay. As you physically try to touch her, she, like, her arm jerks up to try to catch your hand, but with the natural one, there's no shot, and she misses.
Don't touch me, especially since I haven't had my tea. What are you doing?
I'll grab her hand that she tried to catch me with and clasp it and say the prayer and try to do the spell.
Okay. Does the spell word that it lets you know if it's successful?
It just says, as an action, you can touch a creature to restore, to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
Okay.
So,
Gotta use 5 lay on hand points, right?
yep.
All right. You do so.
I will bring over Sasha's normal tea.
How do you feel?
Better now that she's got my tea.
And she picks up her tea and kind of sets it on, like, on her chest, and she's just sipping it.
So detect poisonities lasts for 10 minutes. I don't know
Yeah.
if it'll still be going
We
on.
had discussed that it was, like, barely up when you got back and long enough
Okay,
to
that's
discuss.
fine.
So I'm going to say, unfortunately, it's no longer up.
Cast it again.
Okay. She is still infected.
So I just look really upset. Yeah, it's your favorite, the brambleberry tea that you like the most.
This is good tea. Thank you. So tell me now, what are your friends doing here in town?
They were hired to escort Thaddeus from the big city.
Ah, how's Thaddeus doing?
He's well.
Yes.
He misses Betsy, but he's excited to see his wife and family.
You know, big things are happening in town. We have the Emissary of Balance now.
Yeah, we met them on the way over. They're an interesting folk.
I don't have to brew potions or do any sort of verbalism anything anymore. With them here, I can retire.
But you love that. That was your favorite thing to do. You were always twinkling around with other potions. What are you gonna do to pass the day now?
Well, I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll go volunteer for them. I heard they have education sessions I could learn. Maybe I could join the Emissary of Balance. Stay young. Be out and about with all the other folks, I suppose.
Stay young.
Of the mind,
think
of
it's
course. You know, these old bones aren't what they used to be, and this body, well, it definitely isn't, but the mind, it's still there.
Never doubted that for a second.
Well,
There'll be like a tear that'll go down her cheek.
I really
Well-
wish you would try the cookies at least.
Oh,
I made them just for you all.
I appreciate that, but we had a big meal before we came out.
No,
Real
I
full.
bet you did.
Well,
Well-
take some to go whenever you leave. And she kind of gets up from her chair and moseys on over to the kitchen and puts the whole tray into a little bag and hands it to you, Arsis. And you make sure if they need a little snack, they can just nibble on these. They're very delicious. And
Yeah, your cookies are always the best.
She goes back and she picks up a couple of the crumbs that are on the pan and kind of eats them as she's walking back over to her tea.
Rin comes to stand next to Arsis and like puts her hand on her shoulder and says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm excited to be home. It's a little different than I remember, but I mean, I was only gone for 3 days. 6 days? Less than a week?
Lying through her teeth.
Look, sometimes home is different when you come back, and that's okay, but it can still hurt.
Yeah, why don't I walk you guys back to the inn? 'Cause it's gonna get dark soon, and I'm sure you guys want to get settled. And I'll be back after. You gonna be okay, Sasha?
Before that one goes, Sammy, will you bring me that rag that you used to clean up the...
Oh, I don't want to know. I think I know what she's gonna do, but yeah, I'll give her the rag. That's why I'm just like,
Oh no, and Sasha, let me do it. Let me do it for you, and I'll snatch it from him
Well,
and throw it in the fire.
Uh,
I
it's
think that one was stained. I don't think we had any life left.
at that point, she gets up a little more spry than like she has in the past, and she takes the fire poker and she's like getting it out and
Oh.
trying to blow it out, stomps on it.
Sasha, that's just a dirty old rag. You don't need that.
you don't tell me what it is and what it isn't. This is mine. Nobody throws my things into the fire.
Sasha, that's not like you.
I think
I'm
it's...
guessing it didn't work.
I think it's time that you leave.
And she picks up the rag and
Yeah,
holds it
I'll walk
close
them
and
back. I'll be back. We'll have a chat.
takes a little bit of it and puts it in her mouth and kind of suckles on it.
Right, Riker is just like, can you excuse me for a moment? Like, runs outside and starts throwing up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll start shuffling you all out.
Yeah.
She seems real tired. She might need a nap.
I think a nap is probably the last thing that she needs.
Not here.
I guess we
Well,
leave.
Okay.
Aunt Sasha, you have yourself a lovely night, and we'll see you tomorrow then, maybe.
You too, dearie. Thank you for cleaning up the mess that you made. Let's try not to let that accident happen again.
And you all leave. Where do you go?
Well, I think I would direct them away from town. Yeah, I know a shortcut. And I'll start taking them out into the forest away from the infected.
Just
Okay.
Look for a spot where there's like no mushroom glowy poison shit.
as we're going, Riker's like, "Oh my god, did you guys see that? That was disgusting. I mean, who did?" And she's trying to like holding his puke and just like that was horrible.
It seems she was infected or possessed by something, and I tried to use my connection to the higher powers to
Well, let's
Cleanse
wait till we
it
get.
didn't work, I'm guessing.
Did we find a safe space, or are they talking on the way?
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
We're
Walking on the
talking.
way.
I'm probably
Yeah,
walking
Yeah.
on the way.
talking on the way.
Talking up
yeah.
a storm.
as you're
Crying
walking,
out to the stars.
as you're walking, even though it's not, fully dark yet, you can see some neighbors, some villagers kind of on the outside looking in, and they are all seeming to be staring in your general
Yeah.
direction with like knowing glances and watching you leave. And eventually,
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go like away from any sort of fungal presence.
you do
What
make
is
your
wrong?
you do
I probably call them out for it. What are you looking at?
no response. They just continue to stare.
Say something.
Arses, are they usually like that? Is this normal?
Yeah,
None of
this is
is
getting
no-
eerie.
None of this is normal.
I feel
I'm
like I
gonna-
read this in like a book somewhere, and like it did not end well for any of the protagonists.
Guys,
I'm gonna
I,
cast it as well, so I can see if they're all infected.
guys, I think it's all interconnected, and the more we talk about it, the more they hear us, and the more they know.
Infected. You've
Uh,
all been tainted.
I know a spot.
Mr. Herc, maybe we don't provoke them.
Provoke them. We need to save them, or I don't know.
I'm sure we can save them in time, but just maybe now is not the best time to get their attention.
Are they still just staring at me?
I mean,
I'm trying
unless
to lead you into the woods.
unless you stopped, like you would eventually walk outside line of sight but as you continued on through the town, yes, they were all continuing to stare at all of you. Maybe not directly you, but just the group as a whole. Do you allow Arsis to lead you out into the forest?
I would trust her
Yeah.
in the situation.
She's the one who knows the town.
Okay, then you do make your way on the outskirts of town, further away, and you feel relatively confident that the area that you've chosen does not have any sort of taint or infection in what's the vicinity, 30 feet that you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 30, and I'm sure you would have done a wider parameter, so we'll just say within a couple hundred feet in any direction, you don't see any fungal disease.
All right, guys, this is not good. This is really.
I kind of noticed.
I appreciate that, Herc. Thank you again for trying. Unfortunately, it looks like it didn't work. She might be too far gone.
I guess I'm not as amazing as you thought I was.
I think you're still pretty great. I appreciate you trying.
Pretty
this might
great
be-
isn't amazing.
Well, I think it's just bigger
I'll
than
keep.
than the
Maybe
five of us.
I think
right
what you
now.
did was amazing. It just didn't work this time. It's okay.
And I'll start to pace up and down the area. We'll have to find a cure.
We have to stop those people who are giving it out like candy.
Yeah, I believe that they're also infected, and they're all part of some sort of hive mind situation. That's how she knew about you all.
There's got to be some. Call me crazy, but I think there's got to be some sort of source for this kind of thing. You think you're kind of leaning into the right thing there a little bit, Arsis. Hive mind. Somehow this is all connected, and maybe that building that the collective is the what is their name? The Emissary of Balance. Maybe something's inside there.
Well, we definitely need more information. I've never seen these funguses before, and I grew up around them.
Well, I think that maybe we give that building that they're all holding up in a once through. Take a peek around, look, see what's in there. Maybe we can get some sort of clue about what they're up to.
And then maybe we can burn it down like those war wizards did to the forest.
Let's not burn anything quite yet, because if there's anything useful inside that building, we might be losing it if we set it aflame. But I appreciate your zeal in addressing the issue head on. So keep that one in our back pocket a little.
If there's a hive mind, there must be a hive for all of them go to. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. It's just, if this is bigger than even the city, I mean, we don't know where this would take us. If this is widespread, there's no guarantee that the hive is anywhere even in the city.
Now, I don't have any money I have a little bit of money to pay you for your services. But it's not a whole lot.
Why are you paying? Who are you paying for services?
Well, you all.
No, I think this conforms with my research.
You're looking to hire some experienced hands to deal with the job.
I understand that you guys have no investment in my little know-nothing village, but I can't do this by myself. And you all seem quite resistant to the mushroom influence, so it only makes sense.
Well, it's because we ain't been silly enough to get ourselves deeply entwined with the mushroom business.
I'm
gonna look over at Rin one more time.
I killed something to make that happen. It's not like I drank anything.
Let's just be a little cautious about what we get near, though. I think that goes without saying.
Now that I know what's happening, I'm happy to be cautious about those things. There's no reason to do this right now.
Between me and the
doctor... no, I'm just addressing the group, but if you feel personally attacked, I do apologize.
Well, it seems we've got a good teamwork, unity thing kind of going on here now. You're wise to hire us.
I just feel like I do feel like you all know what's going on a little bit better than and might be one of the only few people free of any sort of influence.
That's true. It's us, that weird guard, and the cranky bartender. And Thaddeus, well, by this point, do you really think he's still not infected?
Well, you fixed him.
Oh, I fixed him this morning, but it's been a while since then.
I do believe you have to ingest the mushrooms.
But if it's getting everywhere...
Even if he
Just to be clear, DM.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Riker just says, well, I mean, to be fair, we don't really know one way or the other, and I don't want to leave just like an innocent man here in the city with all those crazies.
I believe victims might be a better word.
No, until I see otherwise, I'm gonna use crazies.
Now, just to be clear, when they were doing their detect poison and whatnot, I'm assuming then that they were mentioning that everything that they see to some extent is poisoned. How about the rest of us? Like, have you guys mentioned like looking at like me and not seeing anything?
Now,
or
John didn't say anything about us being.
Yeah, I would tell you if you were infected, if somebody would have detected it and saw it. Similar to the way I think we found out that Rin was infected.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys currently are in the clear. I think you were asking because you had to clean up the vial, right?
Well, the vial and just like my mind is going like Rin is good right now, but if there's a point where Rin is not good and she starts relapsing again, like I'm curious if this is going to be like a continual thing, or
You doubt my power just because I failed to heal people where it's advanced? How dare you?
well, I just don't know that how good your power is, how long lasting
It
it
is the
is.
good.
I believe that Herc did his very best. We might have to find another way to neutralize this toxin. Um, Riker, if we could figure out a way to study it and maybe find something that's a preventative or natural remedy to it.
I mean, maybe, but that would take time. This is such a new substance. I wouldn't even really know where to begin.
Well, we
That's
know
why I
it's
say we should
fungal
just
in nature.
burn the building now. Stop it in its tracks.
Well, the problem there is that the fire would also kill the people, and I don't think we want that.
Herc, she's my last family.
You
I
think that
don't.
if we burn the building down, it will kill your aunt?
It seems like that was your intention, because she's also got the
Isn't she-
illness.
Her house isn't the store that they're selling everything from, is it?
Well, there's also people inside there that also might be victims.
Probably just emissary of balance people.
Well,
Right, but
Herc, I don't know if you recall, but Sasha there, she was talking about quitting her day job, so to speak, and working alongside them.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
somebody else's very own Aunt Sasha could be doing the same thing,
Oh,
just
right.
trying to do the good thing.
and I feel
And
like
now,
the choice to work for the emissary may not be a choice that they make consciously. The note leads me to believe that something's taken over.
What was on that note, Arceus?
I'll show it to you.
Yeah, perfect. So something is still inside of them. Something of them is still inside them when this is starting, right? So there should be a way that we can save them eventually. It's just. So we can't take these crazies for just being crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Ren.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. And I'll pass the note around to Sammy and Riker too. I think that I'm afraid if we take too long though, that they'll turn into those creatures in the woods.
what time of the day is it right now? Is just before sunset?
Yeah. Yeah, basically, the longer you stand here talking, the darker it's going to get. In fact, like certain areas where the canopy is more dense, it's already dark to the point to where you're just kind of talking to shadows.
Well, if there's something, I don't know, mind controlling these people, perhaps we can investigate the town. Maybe find like a central point, maybe like a mushroom antenna of some sort that could be transmitting
Well,
thoughts into their heads.
That's why.
I think Sammy had a point about heading up the headquarters. It's just a matter of how.
I think we investigate it during the day under the guise of being interested.
That's one way, yeah.
Maybe we
Well,
all act as if we're infected, and they won't know differently.
I think the longer we wait on this, the longer we risk your poor Aunt Sasha not coming back.
Oh,
or
I'm
somebody
aware.
else not coming back. So,
But at the same time, if there's nothing in there and we get caught,
just a quick in and out, that's it. I'm not saying we have to be there for an hour or two.
Not all of us are overly quiet when it comes to things. And I'll look at her.
And that's why. And that's
What?
why I would kindly ask y'all to just stay on the outside and keep an eye and an ear open.
So you're
I don't know that
proposing-
I trust you to go in on your own.
Well, then you're more than welcome to join me. Just don't step on my feet.
Well, that might actually work because I can communicate with him telepathically, so some of us could stay outside, take point, and we could just message each other back and forth, and if something goes awry.
But he has no way of messaging you, right?
No, he can
Unless
message back.
Right, unless you initiate it, though.
Yeah, so maybe I do it every, I don't know, minute or two. Check in.
You know what would be a lovely distraction? Having Herc tell one of his great stories that enwraps an entire audience.
There's been a lot of talking, and I was thinking about all the Aunt Sashas that had their own offices in all the previous towns, and I kind of got lost with where we were going with everything. There was something
That's
about
very
hive
empathetic of you.
minds and bees and honey and acting like we are the crazy people, which made me think that, Ossus, you could make a decoy batch of cookies that we could all eat, but they're not really the cookies that Sasha gave us. I mean, we could eat those. That's about where I'm. That's about where
But
I'm at.
I've been told my cookies taste like sawdust.
It's the butter.
Hardy.
I'd be
You
worried
probably
that
forget
the hive
the
mind
butter.
could detect that we don't have that same connection, right?
I would imagine.
So
I think-
eating fake infected cookies probably wouldn't do us much good.
Especially if they taste like sawdust.
Especially.
So what am I doing? You
So I propose that we head over to that new building.
Oh yes, we were gonna burn it to the ground.
No.
No,
I think that the
not
plan
quite
was
yet.
for you to tell everybody in front of the building about your goddess and your exploits to see if you can convince anybody to switch over to Tamora as a religion.
Or at the very least, you have yourself a little exhibition out, a little bit of ways from the building.
Show them your fighting prowess, yeah.
I could do a javelin toss. If I had my javelin.
So we can find you a stick.
DJ, at first, I don't know why, but I immediately thought like you were going to tell him to be like an exhibitionist, and I'm just like, are you just asking him to like get naked in front of the church?
I mean,
like
Take your shirt off, boy.
It would be a good distraction.
Take your shirt off and show him those nipples.
That's on camera now. Thanks a lot, DJ.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're not monetized.
I hope it
It's
becomes
okay.
a meme somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of the townspeople are wondering what color orc nipples are.
That was
Maybe.
an entire conversation we had, wasn't it?
Look at this grand reveal.
I know you've all been thinking it.
You can just do one of these things and show him a little, and then pull it back.
I
Okay.
mean,
Like all the
whatever
cans
it
do.
takes to distract everybody is pretty much at this point. I
Well,
don't
it's
really care.
dark now. I guess I could. Usually we put posters up for this kind of thing, and that's. Other people took care of that back when I worked at the Dragon's Jaws.
We don't have time for posters right now. So what I need you to do, you big old beautiful hulking mass of muscle and
I think he said massive.
exhibitionism, and I'm gonna like touch him or hold him by the face, is I need you to do the best you that you can. And just go ahead and start talking to everybody that you see away from the building.
But they're all infected.
They'll look at you. They're already looking at you. They're looking at you and be
Which
like,
means-
look at that man, Herc the Amazing. I want to talk to him. I want to hear his exploits. I want to hear about dwarf tossing, and I want to hear about the great fights that you had. And I want to hear about all these amazing things that you do. Herc, can you do that for us?
All right. All right. Yeah.
Now you
I'm
go
on it.
get him, Sonny. You go talk to him.
I go off and I run into the town square.
I think that's our cue.
Wait, before he runs off, Bryn gives him a little pat and says, like, just, you can do this. And she gives him the bardic inspiration.
How long's that last for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at least he can start off
think
with a
about-
positive ability check.
Now, 15 seconds after he takes off, I look back at everybody else, be like, all right, now, if you're with me, you're with me, and if you're not with me, then you're outside the building keeping an eye on anything else. And then I'm just going to start heading towards the building.
Okay, so the building, the Emissary of Balance, is on the southern end of town. And Herc, I believe, are you, like, I know you said, like, the town square. Is that where you meant to go?
That stage was where the Emissary of Balance was using,
Okay.
selling the stuff, if
Alrighty.
they're done there.
That sounds good.
Is it lit at all, even?
Yeah, so the town has, several torches that are kind of lighting the way. Like, they never really go fully lights out. There's always, some sort of light going on. There's not a whole lot of people that are out and about. The little square area there, kind of underneath the large oak tree in the center of town, is rather empty. Only a few passersby still wandering out on the dirt paths.
Well, I will get my horn that I had the whole
Jesus.
time,
Okay, yeah.
and I will start playing, blaring out some kind of like proud military sound and
Taps. Yeah, got it. Give me
and call out in a booming voice, hear ye, one and all.
Oh. No noise ordinances, right?
Yeah, give me a performance for your music.
And I have guidance, right? Can I decide to use that before or after?
I think you
Inspiration.
you
You have better than guidance. You have inspiration, son.
Well, I do.
Or
have
not inspiration.
but-
Bardic
Well, I do have-
inspiration.
Oh, I
Oh, you do
bardic
have a regular?
inspiration.
Yeah,
it's
add
a
1d6, baby.
Oh, okay.
Depending on when you can use it anytime.
Yeah, you can use it anytime. You don't have to use it for there.
Okay, 21.
Oh, he's
Okay, so-
using it now.
Just getting it out of the
Let's
way.
go.
Okay.
Get a crowd there first, I think, and then we can lose them along the way.
You see several people come out from the Shining Jackdaw, and they're kind of standing on the wraparound balcony looking out. There's a couple people that stand outside of the doors or their businesses that are along there, and probably only a handful of people, maybe 6 or 7 or so, actually come up to the stage to hear what you have to say, kind of listening for the rest of whatever you're gonna. Nobody actually engaging.
John.
Yeah.
So it's like getting dark right now, right?
Yeah, it's definitely full night now.
Okay. When we like catch up to Herc, I'll cast like dancing lights, and they'll just be like these dancing like lights, like going like a circle around him.
Okay, nice. What else, Herc?
Oh, well, to the people who are there, it's like, have you ever heard tell of Herc, the hulking half-orc? The hurricane hunk from Zuzail?
See a couple
Have
of
any of you good people of Minroe even been to the great city, the capital of Cormyr?
Riker slowly raises his hand, but then like puts it down.
They kind of talk amongst themselves, and you see them kind of shaking their head. No, nobody. Kind of cautious, not really knowing how to respond. This is really awkward for them. Go ahead.
A shame, a pity, but you're in luck tonight. For I, Herc, the hulking hunk, the half-orc hurricane, have come here all the way from Zuzail to bring you a night of entertainment. Bring me your Bring me your strongest fighter. Who's the strongest man in Minroe? Or woman? Or dwarf?
As you kind of bellow this out, more people start to kind of gather around. You're probably up to maybe a little over a dozen now. And as you're peering around, you see a shorter statured figure, still wearing a blackened apron, holding a rag, wiping their hands free of soot. A dwarf walks up. And what do you want with me?
Well, sir, I challenge you to a wrestling match. This
Here we go.
stage, our ring. The prize. What would a fitting prize be? This. And I'll grab my short sword from behind me. Behold. This is no ordinary sword, but has magical properties. And you, judging by your sooty hands, must be a smith.
Indeed, I probably make better quality items than that.
If you think you make better quality of items than what the purple dragon knights use, then you must have a high esteem for yourself, Sir Dwarf.
It depends on which ones you're talking about. If you're only talking about the infantry that are just patrolling around here, I've probably made some myself.
Is that right? Well, I'll let you inspect it. See
No
if you're
need.
Satisfied.
The prize is being able to take you down without having to go spend the night in the stocks. Let's get on with it then.
I'll laugh at that and start like taking off like some equipment and things.
And he just takes off his apron and kind of just doesn't even unbutton his shirt, just kind of rips the buttons away and exposes his like very burly, hairy red chest. He is ready to roll. And you can see now that definitely everybody from the Shining Jackdaw is out and about, and several more people have come out. Even some smaller children have made their way out from bed. Clearly, their parents have drugged them out, thinking that this is going to be something that this is more excitement of a different variety than Minroe
Yes.
has seen. Like, sure, they have festivals and things like that. Every town does, but nothing quite like this.
God, two burly men wrestling in the middle of a town. Is it my birthday or what?
Herc will comment on the crowd.
Okay.
This is more like it. I heard Minroe is a sleepy old town with some dwarven refugees. Let's see how much fight you have in you.
Before they get started, DM, you didn't see the side conversation in Cormyr, I don't think, but Sammy and Arthas went to the building. Rin came back towards the inn, and she's gonna go full ring girl here.
Oh, full. Okay. All right. I got ya.
She's gonna kind of get into like Herc's like side of the fight and like kind of like punch him up and make him ready to go.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm here to make sure that everything goes your way.
Whoa.
Right.
As that's happening, I assume Sammy and Arsis have gone into the building, or Sammy has.
We can cut back that way if you want and do kind of a back and forth.
No. Let's get door tossing. Come on, let's
This is
go.
what I do. Yeah, I was just curious.
Okay.
That will happen eventually. What's up, that dwarf?
Okay. Yeah, everybody's kind of watching, and he comes up. The name's Thrain. I thought you should know who's gonna be taking you down. Then he extends a hand out to shake.
I clasp it at the classic.
Predator handshake.
The Roman shake.
I need you to make a contested either athletics or acrobatics. As you grasp his hand, he is going to attempt to throw you to the ground.
Oh no.
I'll use inspiration here, I think. Oh my god, are you kidding me? What a great inspiration.
Wait. So the dwarf won that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, Riker's in the back. He's kind of away from everyone, but he can still see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of you guys can see him. Rand, if you're looking in his direction, he, for the first time, instead of using any gadgets or anything, he actually casts a spell, and I'm going to cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay. And that just makes me have to re-roll and take the lower of the two, or it's just re-roll?
Yeah, so you have to re-roll, and not the lower of the two, but just you have to use the new roll regardless.
New roll
and
regardless.
I get to give advantage to someone else. I'm going to give that advantage to Herc.
Okay. So since he
Right, to roll
already
again.
used it, he won't get to use it. He used his inspiration.
Wait,
I
no,
guess,
but it'll
can
be
you-
for the next roll.
Okay.
It won't be for this one. It's for the next
Oh,
roll.
okay.
He gets
All right.
advantage.
All right.
Well, now I
I
know
said
how
that-
silvery barbs work. I also have that one.
It's the best spell.
It is
so broken.
it's so broken.
Alrighty. Unfortunately,
Alright.
he still succeeds. So as you clasp hands, he just drags you down to the ground, expecting some form of actual fairness or showmanship. But no, he goes right into the fight and throws you to the ground. We'll just that'll be his action for now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's now your turn.
All right, I'll laugh and say, "Ooh, fighting dirty, are we? Very well then." And I'll dive for his feet and try to flip him.
Okay. All right.
And this roll will be with advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's an acrobatics to try to save that, which he does not have good dexterity.
Hey.
You succeed.
Oh, wow, just barely.
Yeah. So as you tip him on his back, and you have your full action economy, so you use whatever action to do that. Is there anything else that you want to do during that that turn? Now that he's laying on the ground prone.
I'll just So we both touch the ground. What do we say? First to hold the other down for 10 seconds? Or do you just want to come at me?
And then you is that the end of your action?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
It's an action to flip him, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I guess you have your movement and any sort of bonus actions. I didn't know if you had anything that you could use for that. I'll say that.
I'll say that to him, and then I'll go look at the crowd, and I'll say, "Give it up for Thrain! You country folk are smarter than you look." And then I'll turn back to him.
A couple of them cheer, but he gets up. I'll pin you, but first I'm gonna get some punches in, and he's gonna swing at you.
Jesus.
It's just, what is it? 1 plus strength modifier.
Yeah.
So 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then he just kind of circles around you towards the edge of the stage. That'll end his turn.
Punches in a wrestling match. Well, and I'll jump towards him and I'm gonna try to tackle him off the stage.
Okay, yeah. I'll say he's going to use his athletics for this one to potentially. What's his first? +3. Okay, he rolled a 9. Yeah, immediately you lunge forward and with your full weight just tackle, leaving your feet. He leaves his as he plummets off of the stage. Not a very tall stage, just probably about 2 feet off the ground, but still enough as you guys land. The wind just just leaves his body, and he is definitely winded and prone.
And then what else can I do?
Are you
Like with the
going
action-
are you going for the pin right now? Like technically he's prone, he's laying on his back. If you get up, he won't have anything to like resist against, right? He'll just stand up.
I don't know if I have if you'll let me with the action economy, but I want to like get him back up on the stage. Like I want to like pick him up and try to carry him back up there after I've tackled him off.
I'll say you can do, I've watched a lot of wrestling in my days. Basically what you do is you grab him by his arm and you kind of like grab him by his arm and like his shorts and just kind of throw him back into the stage. He'll roll in like underneath of the rope and just kind of do a little tumble as he gets to the center of the stage. I'll say you can do that.
Okay, and I do that and then I'll jump back on the stage and I'll say, wrestling and dwarf tossing as a bonus. You crowd are in for it tonight.
Alrighty. He gets up, heavily winded, using half his movement, comes over to you, sizes you up, and he like goes in low to try to pick you up. So again, it'll just be a athletics, like a grapple check. Geez, he's rolling. He can't quite. He tries to go in, and you can feel him try to lift you up, but you lock your legs back and don't allow him to get that leverage. So he's still kind of stuck with his like head down by your waist and like trying to pick you up, and that's the end of his action.
And then I guess I'll try to flip him on the ground and go for a pin. I'm like now thinking more about winning than actually like taking up time for.
Did you watch a lot of wrestling as a kid?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess I should. Yeah. Do you have any tips for me?
Yeah, you're gonna do what's called like if you're gonna try to take him for a pin and you're gonna make it fancy, you're gonna do a power bomb, right? His head's down there by your waist. You're gonna reach down and you're gonna grab him, or we'll say like a suplex. Maybe you pick him up, put him up on your shoulder, and then go to fall back with him up there.
Sure. I was thinking like maybe I should like wear him down like a bit more, but I mean I guess that works. We'll do that.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me that contested athletics again.
Rollies.
Oh God.
Not able to do it.
I'll like when he tries to move me, I'll be like, "Nice try," and then I'll like try to get him, and be like, "Oh."
Yeah, the lower. Go ahead, Ren. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's Rin's turn to do a silvery bar.
Okay.
Okay.
I can re-roll that 11. Again, with an 18. Make sure you mark that. Wait, is Silvery Barb's a cantrip?
No, it's a
It's a first level. Okay,
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah. Make sure you mark that spell slot off. Okay.
And Andrew, you had it wrong. It is use the lower roll. It is just advantage.
Oh.
Now we know. Okie dokie. He's getting a little winded. He's used to a different type of fight. standing, punching, using his might, not one of endurance. But he is going to try one more time to try to pick you up and throw you down. Natural 20. And he...
Natural 20.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, Bryn, did you give advantage to Herc?
Oh yeah, you gave me
Yeah,
advantage.
yeah.
Right.
Of course, I gave advantage to
Covering
her.
barbs.
I had to make sure. Never mind.
Oh,
And so this is the reverse. Like, people get themselves in like a suplex match, can't pick the other one up. He picks you up, and you just see this 6 foot something orc up above his shoulders, sticking straight up in the air, and he falls backwards and lands. You're obviously winded, and he rolls over, uses his movement to roll over on top of you, and that's the end of his turn. We're gonna say you have to make contested athletics or acrobatics to get out of this. But if you fail,
Another 2.
okay, here's his roll. 11. You try to roll out of it, trying to get your shoulders free. But the weight, the density, the sheer density of a dwarf on top of you, you're unable to move. You are still grappled prone to the ground.
Can I try to get my sucker punch in?
No, go ahead.
Sure.
If this doesn't work, Rin has an idea.
Okay. All right, where are you punching?
I'll just be trying to struggle out and kind of look into his eyes.
You see
And
nothing but fire. He is the fire of the forge is in his eyes right now, and he is going for the win.
When he punched me in the face, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm not going out without paying you back for that, and I'll headbutt him.
Nice. Yeah. How much damage does he take?
4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's a sizable chunk of his health pool. But yeah, he's, you headbutt him in the face, blood just gushes from his nose. Rin, was there something you said you wanted to do?
It looks like Herc's got it back together. She was gonna do some dissonant whispers if he couldn't get out of it.
Okay.
She might still end up doing that, but he's not pinned still, right? Or is he?
Yeah, he's still pinned.
Okay.
He did the contested athletics check, so that's technically the round has passed. That's 6 seconds of being, on the ground.
Okay, so one more.
Yeah, he is going to stay on top of you, prone to the ground, and he is just gonna kind of make an elbow strike at you. 21 for another 4 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, Rin is definitely doing that dissonant whispers now.
Okay, what's dissonant whispers do?
So, he needs to make a wisdom.
Okay.
And if he fails, he's gotta basically run away from me. I know he's not attacking me, but he's gotta get as far away as he can.
Okay. And I've got to beat a 13.
Yeah.
Is it a save or suck, or do I take half the damage?
You take half.
Okay. For some reason.
And he doesn't have to move away if he saves.
Okay.
God
He
damn
did
it.
save. But after he elbows you, you see him kind of fall limp on your chest. It is now your turn.
I'll break out of the pen.
Yeah.
And then when I see that he's not moving, I'll go, no, not again. And I'll try to heal him.
Okay.
But I'm out of lay on hands points.
Okay. So are you just gonna make like a medicine check to stabilize?
I guess.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Oops.
And you can see kind of the crowd is like half of them are super engaged and the other half are kind of like turned off by this like recent turn. With a medicine check, you kind of tilt his head up and kind of to the side, thinking, I don't know, maybe that bloody nose is doing something else, but you find a way to stabilize him. He is still unconscious.
He's all right. It's all right. Got a little dirtier than I thought.
But that effectively ends combat. Some people kind of come up.
What?
Some people kind of come up and we'll take him. We'll get him taken care of. He probably just needs some ice. You hit him pretty hard. We saw it from over there. I'm pretty sure he's got a broken nose.
I usually wouldn't do that, but he gave me that sucker punch. I felt I had to give it back to him, you know? I went too hard. I'm sorry. He almost had me. He probably would have had me. But here, hopefully this will cover any expenses. And I'll give them... Let's see. I'll give them 10 gold.
You... Over here, one of the children, kind of off to the side. I don't want to be as strong as Thrain anymore. I want to be as strong as Herc.
Yeah.
And we'll...
Even though things are kind of a little weird, Rin's gonna like hold up Herc's arm and say, "Herc the hulking half-orc," to try and like get the crowd back into it.
Make a performance check.
Wait, can I
Oh, yeah.
can I give the help action if I have like the dancing lights kind of go like up and down in like a circle around her?
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can roll with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So like you start to hear several people in the crowd, you know, at least half of them are chanting Herc, Herc, Herc. And then the person that you gave the 10 gold to like also stands up and they'd be like, after I take care of Thrain, rounds on Herc at the Shining Jackdaw. They chime out to everyone, and then everyone just kind of rushes over to the Shining Jackdaw to...
I'm sure this is exactly where you thought the session was going to go this time.
Absolutely not. Okay, fade to black. We transition now to Sammy and Arsis in their reconnaissance at the Emissary of Balance. As you make your way through the town, and you can hear kind of the trumpet, or the horn rather, go off in the distance, and some grumbles of the nearby people around you as there are some woken up, as they have early mornings ahead of them, from the noise. You make your way to the Emissary of Balance, a decently sized stone and wooden structure on the southern end of town. The dirt paths that are kind of woven through the town itself have all been relatively quiet, empty.
I'm sure I would know the way to get there to be least noticeable.
Okay. Yeah, are you trying to remain like super hidden, like even stay outside of the town as you go? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if Sammy agrees, but that would be my plan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Um yeah, I think you're able to do so. I won't make you roll anything for that just because like you've lived here your whole life and there's plenty of cover out in the forest. Um you end up coming up on the backside of the establishment. Um, the wooden siding kind of painted a foresty green color. Um, see a sign hanging over top. The same tree shape symbol that I think I've shown you guys what that symbol is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that tree of life thing.
Yeah. Um, nobody's outside right now. You do see some candle lights flickering on the inside. The door is closed, but the curtains aren't drawn shut. They're open, and you can kind of see inside.
Right. I'll probably look back at Arsus and do one of these things, and then I will cautiously creep up to the window, take a peek in, and see what I can see right then and there.
Alrighty, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Sorry, I'll watch for anybody that might be coming up around us.
Oh, fuck off. Bloody hell.
Okay. And then Arsis, you can give me a perception check to keep a lookout. Okay. So what you see when you look inside of the window is you see a singular figure standing towards the back of the building, and a lot of other townsfolk kneeling on the ground, kind of in an orderly fashion in rows. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 20 people there. The only light in there is candlelight, and you can't see the robed figure's face in the very front, kind of standing in front of a podium. The ones that are kind of kneeling, you can hear murmuring of a chant, but with an 8, you can't hear what they're saying.
There's a door on this side, right?
Yeah, there's a door in the front. There's no, I guess you haven't seen any additional entrances.
Gotcha. Which building is? I'm assuming the
It's
building's
not
on
on
this
here.
map, correct?
It's not.
Oh, it's not on here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's south of town.
Okay. Then, with that being said, I'm probably gonna start snaking around the other side of the building, cautiously, quietly, and just looking for other windows that lead into rooms that probably don't have people in.
Okay. As you make your way towards the side of the building, you do see additional windows, although their shutters are closed. So it's hard to see inside. You could attempt to open the shutters and peek inside, but that would probably require a stealth check to see if you could do it quietly.
Yeah. Well, I gotta take a look inside, so let's do it. I'm gonna very cautiously try to slowly open one of the shutters so I can get a quick eye into it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Better. Not by much, but it's better.
Okay. As you kind of pull open the wooden shutters and peek your head inside, you see another dimly lit room. See another robed figure, their hood drawn back so you can see. It doesn't. Give me another perception check. Okay. This is the same person that you talked to earlier, Merrick. Actually, I take that back. You didn't. Did you talk to Merrick or was it Herc?
I
I
did
didn't.
talk to him.
But Sammy, you were kind of overlooking the whole situation, so I think you might have seen Herc talking to Merrick. This is the same person that was handing out the vials from earlier, and you can see, him closing a familiar box. The angle at which that box is placed, you can't see the contents of what's inside. But the box reminds you of the one that was on the night that you went to Lord Gawain's house, and you saw the room with Calliope and
One with Quintus, yeah.
And they were talking about the contents of that box, and you can see him withdraw something from it and immediately like tuck it into his sleeve, stands up, closes the box, and turns, doesn't notice you, and opens up the door back into the main room of the Emissary of Balance. And for a moment, with that door open, you can hear spores of time silently drift, bearing life nature's gift. Mycelium's web, vast and wide, in its embrace we confide.
A part of a chant that other people are saying?
Yes, that is the chant. There appears to be more of it. You can hear, even though the cadence is the same, the words appear to be a little bit different, but that's all you hear before the door is then closed.
Quick look around. Nobody else in the room. Nobody around me.
None that you see.
Can
I'm
I
gonna try
get
to
a
pry open.
I
ahead.
will say, Arsis, you do hear, like within 10 seconds of him leaving the room, you hear the front door of the Emissary of Balance open. And out comes Merrick.
So he's leaving.
He's leaving.
Okay. Cool. Can I follow Sammy?
Yeah, if that's what you would like to do.
Mhm.
While
do you
she's
let
on her way,
Sammy know that that somebody was leaving the building, or no?
I mean, of course I'd let him know if I caught up to him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're all relatively in the same area. You're just
Mhm.
keeping an eye. So you see somebody leave the building, and you come back to Sammy and let him know. Okay. Sammy, what are you doing?
I think maybe you should probably follow him a little bit and see what he's up to. I'm gonna try to pop in here and look at something caught my eye. If you do keep up with him, just kind of
Okay,
watch
okay,
what he's
Sammy,
got up
slow
his
down.
sleeve.
I don't care about Merrick. I care about what's inside that building.
Yeah, it's something that was inside the building has potentially left the building. Then,
What do
if
you mean?
well, you're saying that that fellow over there left the building? He
Yeah.
tucked something up his sleeve, quite literally. So, I'ma pop in here and look at something right quick. Go track that. Go track that man down. Do that. Do that tracking thing that you do. I'll be all right. Don't worry.
But I'm not worried about your safety. I'm worried about what you're gonna find
It's
in there.
reassuring. In and out. In and out. That's it. Don't worry.
Sammy, we barely know each other. I don't know if you're gonna be honest with us when you find something.
You're just gonna have to do like Herc does and take it on faith.
I've never been one for religion.
Just trust me, and I'm going to work at the window to try to get it open.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
I'm so torn because I kind of want to follow Merrick and I kind of don't want to do what DJ says.
The window isn't locked.
I'm like shit.
You're able to.
It's not locked. You're fine.
Yeah, you're able to push it open quietly. You're able to climb in if you would like.
I'm gonna look back at Arsus and go get him. And I'm gonna go into the window.
Fucking hunter's mark you. Yeah, I'll follow Merrick.
Okay.
Splitting
Alrighty.
the party 3 ways.
Nice.
Yeah, this way when you get stabbed again by yourself, you're by yourself.
Turning around and staying low to the bushes and behind the trees as you're following Merrick, at least for a short time until you get back to town. Or on the edge of it, rather. You see him heading towards the current mining system that is housing your largest mushroom farm. And the tall stone walls that are around it. He opens up the big wooden doors, looks around. Give me a stealth check.
All right.
I hid my roll. You don't get the feeling that he noticed you. He pauses as he looks around before sliding behind the wooden door and closing it behind him. How do you follow?
I'll listen at the door to see if I hear anything, and I'll count to like 10. And if I don't hear anything, I'll try to silently open the door and slip in.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, that is good.
You open the door. Let me... You open the door, and immediately looking your direction, you see a large boar. The bearded boars. The blind bearded boars that you had grown so used to being around since you've lived here. But this isn't the same.
Oh no.
growing up the front of its head and down along its entire back are these large fungal caps. And you hear it squeal and make a charge towards the door.
All right, closing the doors and running.
And you hear behind you the clamoring of the wooden doors as the boar slams its tusks into the door and is attempting to gore the foe that it cannot see, but it can smell. Sammy.
Yes, sir.
Inside of the Emissary of Balance, what do you do? Hearing the chanting now a little bit closer, now that the door or the window is, you're inside, that barrier is gone, you can hear the rest of it. Shadows deepen, life persists, through the cycle, twists and twists, from decay, rebirth anew, nature's rhythm, ever true. I'll copy that into chat as well.
Yeah. So he left the box in here. With one of my daggers, I want to try to open it. I don't want to physically touch the box.
Okay.
And I want to see if there's anything else inside of it right now.
Give me one moment. I have to pull up the spell really quick. Alrighty. As you touch, even with your dagger, and attempt to open this, I need you to make me a dexterity save.
Yep.
Please let this be a mimic.
Hopefully. Please roll something better than like a fucking 7.
Hey, there we go.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
don't diss on my 7s. We were able to cheat past them.
Alrighty. I didn't mean to roll that privately, but you'll 19 reduced to half. You take 9 points of fire damage as
Oh shit.
an explosion happens.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the loud you immediately hear like hushed whispers in the other room. It's not even panic. It's more of like calm movements, feet, people getting to their feet and starting to walk towards your room.
Does the door open from the inside or the out? Does it swing in or out? Do I see hinges or not?
It's an outswing, so it'll swing out into the next room.
Fuck. Okay. Well, the box already went off, and I haven't seen exactly what's in it, so I'm gonna scoop it up and run.
Okay. Yep, I was about to say the box is still intact. Okay, so you scoop up the box and you vault out of the window. Looking around, you don't immediately see Arsis. You expected her to follow. Arsis, you would hear the explosion, though.
Yep, and I'll probably be already booking at full speed back to the house, so I would love to run into Sammy physically.
To which house? To
Where Sammy is.
Oh, the Emissary of Balance. Okay, so you hear the explosion and you're booking it. I guess you two.
I was already booking it because I was running from the boar.
Gotcha. Yeah. Alrighty. What do you do now?
Crash into Sammy.
Grab her with my other hand and pull her around away from that window and around the edge of the building. What are you doing?
Bigger than we thought.
Yeah. And I'll look down at the box.
Okay, you're bleeding from your ears. Are you okay? What was that explosion?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Everyone's gonna come. Follow me, and I'll drag him out into the woods.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I have to pee really bad, so we're gonna take a quick bathroom break.
That's fine.
Hmm.
I'll do that too.
No.
Don't think so?
Alrighty.
A little bit.
We resume with Arsis and Sammy kind of, I guess, hiding from their would-be pursuers. As Sammy had flown the coop. Yeah, you ran
On the
off
coop,
with.
yeah.
Yeah, you ran off with a box.
RUNNOFT. Run off.
Yep, there you go. What do you do now?
Once we get about, I'm assuming we're running into the woods. Probably get about 100 or so feet into the thick of it, and I'll probably stop and just take a quick listen to anything around.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, show. Perception. Hey, that's nice.
You don't see or hear any immediate threats.
And I'm gonna look down at the box, and I'm sure this is the box that I saw Quintus and Calliope fool around with.
Yep.
I'm gonna open the box again.
It's bigger than we thought. It's big. Sammy, they got the boars. The mushroom habitat's been infected.
You
I
open
know
the box.
that sounds weird.
Inside, you see like soft, velvety pillowing, encasing. You see a small imprint where something used to be. But the contents of the box, as you hold it now, are empty.
There might have been something in here then. Shit.
Give me
I'm sorry.
an investigation check.
Yeah.
In the dark, yeah, it's empty.
Okay.
What is in that box?
Oh. Your friend Merrick pulled something from this box, and I was hoping that maybe there was something else in here, but
DM?
Yeah.
Quick
Yes,
question. Merrick's
I
new
was
to
gonna say.
town, right?
Yes.
Yeah. My friend, what are you talking about? I just met the man.
It's a phrasing. But, alright. Well, we can't hold on to this box for too long, but
Why did you even take it? It's got nothing in it.
your friend Calliope, and I mean that one with a little more sincerity. Her and another man that we saw in the square, they were hemming and hawing over this very same box at one point. And well, I was kind of hoping that there was something else in there, but Merrick evidently has it all. And I suspect, now that I have this in my possession, we'll know that something is up. Well, the explosion probably also left a nice little sign of things, so yeah. quite frankly, I'm surprised the box didn't blow up in the process as well. What did you said this? They have the mushrooms.
So, I don't know if you know anything about Monroe, but we farm mushrooms here, and I know that's very, very ironic. But I saw that man go into the mushroom farm, and when I opened the door to try to go in, I was confronted with one of the boars that worked there that had been turned into the
Mm-hmm.
monstrosity we saw in the forest.
Well, then whatever work they're doing is deeper inside your mushroom fields than anything else. It's kind
Well,
of strange.
does make the most sense. If you're gonna grow mushrooms, that's the perfect place to do it.
There wasn't a
That is
rush
what
or
you
a
saw,
fervor.
Arsis.
Hmm?
Can you see that? Did that show up for you?
No, nothing showed up for me.
All right. We'll have to wait till later. Maybe it's because I'll show you later.
Okay.
There wasn't some rush or fervor to get into the room. That was a calmed, collected. I don't know. Well,
So
let's just get back to
this evening was a bust. We'll just find the others. Come
no,
up with a new plan.
not quite.
Do you see that?
Oh no, I see it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we all saw that.
Mm-hmm. Spooky.
But it doesn't see us.
Ewy.
All right. Well,
I don't think it was a bust. I mean,
you didn't get anything. It's an empty box.
well, whatever we're looking for in this box here, they're using to conduct whatever something they're doing in the mushroom fields. Although I suspect that now that this is going on, they're going to change their operation a little bit. So let's just round up the others and take care of ourselves. Got a long night ahead of us.
Arsis, is that what you would like to do?
I'm thinking. Yeah, you go back to the others. I'll meet you there in a sec.
Where are you going?
To my thinking spot.
Trust runs both ways.
Oh, does it now?
Just letting you know.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. Sammy, do you head back to I guess where would the three of you have gone? Would you have stayed
We're at the
and-
bar.
You
And
did
I'm
go to the bar?
arm-wrestling more people.
He's literally
Thank
bought
you.
everyone a drink. Yeah, I imagine that.
There's another round, and I've now gone to arm wrestling people, and
All right.
I'm telling them all about the crazy mushroom stuff that's been going on, and that they should be worried.
Oh,
about
you're
the town.
not. Ren would be steering the conversation away from that.
Rin, this is important. They need to know.
They know what they need
Half
to
the
know.
town's infected.
We don't know what's going on with everyone. Everything is fine.
You're lying. You're lying to the people.
Mass panic.
We ran into
Well,
some.
no, or like 50% of them are on it and they're gonna shank a bitch.
Yeah.
If that is indeed what you are saying, and Rin is trying to cover it up, you actually are surprised. Everyone around seems to kind of joke and laugh about it with you.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, like you say something along the lines of, they're all infected. And then they're like, yeah, sure we are. You will be too.
I don't plan on it. I'll cast the spell again to see, are there a lot of people infected around me?
80%.
Is like stuff that I'm drinking infected?
It depends. What were you drinking?
Beer.
Were you not drinking the Morel
The
Dilemma?
super old. Yeah.
Were you just drinking normal beer?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely you feel the slight you can see the slight bit of infection growing inside of you, and as you look at all of the mugs of ale that everyone is partaking in, like obviously I'm not gonna tell. I should have asked the other two how you were imbibing, but yes, if you are drinking from a normal open container that was just poured out of a keg, you are drinking infected product. Calliope is working the bar.
Wait,
I've got to go.
Wait. Didn't Sammy see her at the house, though?
He didn't see Calliope at the house.
Okay.
He saw Merrick at the house.
Okay.
How many of these people are like newly infected then from drinking tonight? Does it seem just based on like?
God, I hate to like do the. I need like a fucking pie chart or some shit or some sort of graph.
Just pick like
Does
five.
it seem like a lot of people are like newly infected based on just?
The amount of glow.
About 50% of the people are newly infected within the day. Like there's varying degrees of infection. A lot of people bought the product for the first time today and imbibed, which was only a few hours ago. So the difference between them imbibing that a few hours ago and them drinking the beer now, very minimal change, like differences between the two. So it'd be hard to tell.
And Rin and Riker are with me, and they've been drinking.
I don't know what they've been drinking.
Riker.
Yeah, no, Rin would be holding a beer, but not actually drinking it. Like,
And you guys would have let me drink the beer.
well, I'm gonna try and.
I mean, Herc is a big boy. Herc can make whatever decisions Herc wants to
Yeah,
make.
I guess I did drink some. You're not gonna stop him. He's not gonna think of these things until he casts the spell, and then he'll probably freak out and start like accusing everybody of being infected again, and then we've got to
Crazy
find
Carl at?
Thrain.
Riker is just like, wait, it even survives alcohol? I didn't even make note of that.
I'm sure Thrain is fine. Everything is fine. Do you want to just go upstairs and you are?
Oh, they're
Can
going to
Rin,
take me over and kill you.
She wants to just like take him outside for a breath. Like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
He's freaking out. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're able to do so.
Ah, it's in me. I
it's
can't.
okay.
Can you heal yourself?
No, I did as much as I could today.
Can you heal yourself in the morning?
It'll be too late by then, won't it?
I don't think it'll be too late. I was infected at night.
Will you?
You healed me by the next day.
Oh, God. How much did I drink?
Enough,
You've got to
but
promise me, Rin.
I
Can you
promise
heal me?
I can't heal you.
In your desperation, the darkness, the moon peeks out from behind the clouds, and as you stand there, you see a singular beam of glowing white light shine down on a small shrine nestled in between two buildings in the town square. You know this face all too well. Lady Luck. Tamora. Statue in the middle of the town square.
Gods be praised. Come on, we have to go.
Oh,
This way.
okay. Rin
I'll go.
follows him, I guess.
You see in front of the small statue of Tamora a pedestal and a bowl. You can't necessarily see the bottom of this bowl, but you've seen enough of these type of shrines out and about that it is known that common practice is to toss a coin into this bowl as an offering to the goddess of luck anytime you were to make any sort of prayer or wish.
I've spent a lot of gold in the past couple days, but it's worth it. And I'll flip another lion in there.
Alrighty.
I'll fall to my knees, and I'll just like start kind of somewhat incoherently muttering to myself. Maybe like if Riker and Rin are there.
Riker's still in the bar. Like Rin only took you out.
Okay. I'll like bring
Riker's
Rin.
chilling. Riker's having a good night.
He's having a night for sure.
I'll bring Rin down. It's like you have to tell her. I did something daring today. No planning whatsoever. I think I deserve a little bit of a break.
She kind of like looks up at the shrine, like, he was amazing.
You tossed the
He
gold in
fought
there?
a dwarf very bravely.
Mm-hmm. We didn't
And
put posters up. That was not the rules of what I'm used to at all.
Roll a D100.
Odds, it was invigorating. $14.
Okay. You stay there for a few moments. The panic kind of overtook your original purpose. The prayer kind of lost in a moment of just trying to self-reassure that everything's going to be okay.
What is going on?
And you don't feel any sort of blessing or anything in this moment.
What do I need to do? You gave me this power. One of you, some of you. I don't even understand it. But it's not strong enough. I can't save all these people.
Sammy, at this point, as you were probably headed back to where everybody else was, you would have probably seen them wandering across the courtyard towards the shrine, or at least Herc and Rin. Whether or not you approach them is up to you. You can still stay hidden, or you can still continue on to the bar if you'd rather. Or you can do something else entirely.
So you didn't
Box
get my
and
message?
toe.
I did not.
Box and toe.
Oh.
And seeing Rin with Herc.
Okay, hold on. Scratch that. I just got a message. Arsis, you are able to get there beforehand. As you both split up from the group, you are able to, or split up from each other, you are able to dash towards different alleyways cutting between the houses and making your way to kind of dashing on the edge of the courtyard. You happen to see them, and you make it back just as they're in the middle of their prayer. Sammy, you kind of see from a relative distance that Arsis makes it there somehow before you.
That's fine.
But hang tight, because I'm going to let her say whatever she had to say before I let you do your thing. Sorry. I didn't
sure.
see her private message. Arsis, what were you going to do?
Yeah, so I'll come rushing up to Rin and Herc, and I'll kind of grab Rin by the wrist and be like, we need to be very careful. I don't know what's going on here. Sammy's obsessed with some box he found in the house, and they got to the farm and the animals, and this is so much bigger than I thought.
Arsis, I've been sullied.
Oh, shit.
It's in the
I
beer.
think it's gonna be okay, Herc.
No, they got the whole town. It's doomed. I'll have to burn it all.
Well, I'm hoping we find a cure so we could avoid maybe some holy water. Maybe we can. There's got to be some other way to cure everybody.
It's
that we
not
don't wanna-
strong enough. You've seen. I've tried.
Um, maybe by yourself you're just not strong enough, but maybe together we can find a cure. I have hope. Calm down. It's okay. You'll be fine in the morning, like Miss Wren said. But check Sammy. Can you check Sammy? Make sure he's not infected too. He's acting a little weird.
Where is
You say he's obsessed with an empty box?
Right.
That
But he won't
doesn't
tell me
sound
why.
like.
Is he infected?
I don't know.
Sammy,
Uh,
show yourself.
Sammy, I guess you hear Herc yelling to show yourself from the other side of the town square.
I will probably try to stay hidden.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Sure.
Herc.
Does
Go
that
ahead and
beat
give me a
your passive perception, Ren?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yours is higher than mine, so.
No, yeah, my passive perception is 19, so.
So Ren's passive and Turk's active. He is calling for him.
We can see you.
There he is. I'd recognize that turtleneck anywhere.
Yeah.
Goes up on a bright moonlit night.
What do you
Do I see, is he infected?
No, he's not infected.
You seem alright.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Arsis, you're not infected either. What's going on? Did you discover anything?
Not really.
Sammy, it's terrible. I've been infected, and I'll come up to him and just beer breath in his face.
I'll pull my turtleneck up as he gets a little closer.
Sorry.
Look. Your friend Merrick.
He's not my friend.
He has, well, the phrase.
But I guess he will be soon. If it takes over.
You're gonna be fine. Look. And I'm gonna look at Arsis now. What do you know about Calliope?
I met her a few months ago when Cogwin hired her to help out the bar. She
She's
keeps to herself
infected.
mostly. Clearly infected. I didn't know anything about these mushrooms when I left, just less than a week ago. Everyone was acting normal. None of this going on.
Well, Merrick, Quintus, Calliope, they all are in on this.
Yeah, I did
Arsis,
notice.
you've never heard the name Quintus.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
All of them sound like they're new folk to the town. I did notice that symbol that we saw on Calliope a few weeks back, but I tried to ask her about it. She said it was special to her, but she wouldn't explain any farther. I'm scared.
Is there better light in this area?
Yeah, there's torches and things.
Can I try
And
to get a
moon.
better look of anything else inside or about this box?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. You can give it another
So you all get to watch him
investigation.
be crazy about the empty box.
Yeah. Oh, this is the box you're obsessed with.
Yeah, it's
Where's Rocker?
you 12.
He's at the bar, probably drinking himself to death.
You said that the infection was in the beer. And you left him alone to drink it?
No, he's not drinking it. I don't know. He should have come with us. Rin
I'm gonna...
pulled me out of there.
I pulled Herc out because he was having a bit of a panic attack. So
Probably wise. I'll run in and let Rocker know that we're back.
thanks, Arsis.
And I'll head back into the bar, see what happens.
Panic
Well,
attack,
Sammy-
more like panic defense. Hold it off. Keep strong for all of you.
Yeah, as
We
soon
need
as
you
you
strong.
come in, you're immediately like greeted by dozens of patrons, cheering your name and attempting to get you to drink around with them.
Oh, I'm not... I gotta work later. I can't drink right now. Thank you. Rocker! Rocker!
What? Wait, where'd you come from?
We're back now. We were talking outside next to the Tamora statue. Come.
Wait, you.
Let me show you. Let me show you how pretty our Tamora statue is outside.
Wait, but I'm not a really
Riker,
religious person.
Riker.
What?
Let me show you how pretty the statue is outside. Our town is known for it. Let's go. And I kind of push you out the door.
And then, like, as he's going out the door, he's like, "Oh, now I get it.
That should have been insight instead
Yeah.
of perception.
It's literally the same thing. Same plus."
Nice. Okay. Inside the box, as you look, you still don't necessarily see anything. It's just a velvet pillow inside of a relatively well-crafted wooden box, like a darker stain, polished.
Pull the pillow out, shake it out.
Okay, you've done that. I need Rin and yourself to make a Constitution saving throw. As
Motherfucker.
you fling all of the spore remnants.
My turtleneck's up still, so
Get out of here with that noise.
it was up when Herc came up to me with the whole beer breath and saying that he's infected thing. So
You're
To
gonna
be
get
fair.
stabbed in your sleep.
God damn it! Jesus Christ!
Sammy, hold on. Have you been infected before?
No, I have
Sammy,
not.
no.
Okay, I didn't think so. I've got them written down, but I couldn't remember.
Right now it's just Rin for ×2 and Herc.
God damn
Oh,
it!
that's a 15 doesn't pass.
Nope, you're good.
Now it looks like you accidentally infected some people with the mushroom that you've worshipped.
I didn't know there was a mushroom in there.
Yeah, Ren, as this pillow gets taken out of the box and flung around, you immediately trying to like look inside of the box to figure out what's going on. You feel
Can
like.
I?
Go ahead. What are you
Can I?
gonna say?
Since I still have the spell going up, can I maybe try to save?
Actually, I forgot. Herc. Okay. So what are you trying to do since you have the spell going up? You.
If I see him take the pillow out, I'll go.
Well,
"Whoa."
hold on. Okay, yeah, because I said that he was.
I mean, and I can maybe see through things, or can I not?
No, you can.
Let's look at the spell again. Okay.
I mean, I would have opened the box first to take a look at it, and if Herc paid any attention to it, then maybe he would have seen the box light up like a Christmas tree or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it can penetrate most barriers.
All right, I'll allow that.
Mhm.
I'll allow that. So as soon as he opens up the box, then you're able to detect the poison or the disease inside of the box.
Careful with that receptacle, it is infected. It would be wise not to be obsessed with it.
Sammy, you're bringing an infected box around to everyone? What was in here? Why did you bring this here?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what was in here.
Evidence.
So did someone take something out? Was there something useful to start with?
Yes, and that's why I had Arceus follow dear Merrick.
And the rest of you would probably, by rest of you, I mean Arceus and Riker would show up about this time.
You got that from that building. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, I was in the building. And unfortunately, this little thing blew up a little bit and alerted all the other residents into it, or into the room. There's nobody, like, making their way towards us, like, a wave of mushroom people or anything like that right now, is there?
No.
No? Okay.
There are.
Oh, hey, what's with
here.
the box?
Sammy found it.
It's evidence.
Evidence that
Good.
it's a box.
It's infected.
You brought an
Shit,
infected
infect-
box over here?
Boxes?
That's what I said.
Something that Calliope and Quintus and all the others that are running this scam over here been obsessing about for the last couple of weeks.
An empty box?
There's something in the box.
Looks
What?
empty to
I don't
me.
know.
Well, it's infected.
Did you post a what's in the box?
Yes.
I didn't even look at it and I knew it was.
We all have restraint.
Oh, it's not that.
So, ever since Fox was sent this episode, everybody knew we could post that.
Okay,
It's a bit of an easy
unfortunately,
go-to.
dwarf tossing gets thrown out, and now it's what's in the
In the
box.
box.
Then I'll take the box and I'll probably
John
stuff
missed
it
all
into
of
my
that
sack.
Sorry, brother.
You'll see it later.
You're good.
when he rewatches it. Yeah.
I'll take the box and I will, since Herc is complaining the most about being infected right now, I'll probably put it in his chest. Evidence? Fine. Take
I'm
it.
taking a big step back from this whole situation. Step back.
I see how it is.
I mean, I can try to check it for magic, but that's really about all I'd be able to do with it.
Sounds useful.
I mean, if we have 10 minutes, I can see if it's magical.
I will protect this box as evidence, since I am the only
Guys.
one of us who is infected. Seems safest to leave it to me.
I'm very afraid that staying in town might be a bad idea.
I will hold vigil here in front of the statue of tomorrow and make sure no one.
Is there like a
Takes
good
this box.
camping site away from here?
DM, is there any sort of hunters' cabins out in the woods that I might know about that are away from town that we could stay in, or camping spaces? Being in the midst of this cult-like activity
Actually,
makes me uncomfortable.
When Riker mentions like a camping spot, Sammy will sigh and say, I know of a place.
Oh, really? That's helpful. Where is it?
And I'll start walking in the direction
No,
to
no.
the cabin that I've been renting for the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Disregarding
Rin, like,
Rin's
calls him
no,
back.
no, no.
You will tell us where we are going.
Yeah, no one's
Place that
following
I've
you.
been staying. So you can find another place, or you can come to the place that I've been staying the last couple of weeks.
Is it safe?
I mean,
I've
to be clear,
You-
it is still in the town proper. Like it's still within Minroe. Like it's not, half a mile out away from everybody else.
Yeah, I was
But
looking for something like
it
that.
is a place of your own.
Yeah, it would be easier to take care of.
So
at
do you
least you
still
ain't
want
gotta
to go
be
there?
out in the open.
So, did I know of any like abandoned cabins out in like a half a mile away from town? Or not?
You would know of some. Yeah, you'd know of some that they're typically used for. They're more than a half a mile outside of town. They're probably more like 2 miles outside of town. Yeah.
Kirk is setting up his stuff and
Ugh.
starting to burn some incense by the statue. Go
Her.
with him.
Well,
I'll stay
a couple
here.
miles outside of town, there's a couple of unused cabins we could also pilfer.
That seems safer.
They could be occupied by people such as yourself that also use them. They're typically for, um, woodsmen
Logging.
or hunters or people that are out and about and get caught in bad weather or stayed out later than they meant to and don't want to
Yeah.
walk through the forest in the middle of the night.
Still, one of them, or maybe 2 or 3 of them, versus an entire town of infected people. Yeah. So it's up to you guys if we
Well,
can.
the way I look at it, it's 4 walls and 1 door. And I know nobody else is staying in it. But if you want to take your chances with a hunter's cabin, then fine.
What's important is that we can get Herc some rest.
Oh,
So that he can heal himself up and we can move on with all of this.
I was going to stay up all night, but that's a good point.
You should not stay up all night.
How am I going to fall
Then-
asleep?
I've got something to help.
We can be creative.
She can literally cast sleep.
Oh, nice. So what do you do,
Alright.
guys? Are you going to the cabin in the woods? Or are you going to head over to Sammy's place?
Wait, Mr. Sammy, do others know that you rent that place?
It's the person that I rent it from.
I don't know. I'd rather not take any chances. I think I'd prefer the hunter's cabins, just in case.
So what if they're occupied?
We ask them nicely to not be occupied.
Let's check out Sammy's place. You can keep watch. And, if it doesn't seem safe, we can go somewhere else.
If that's what you all want to do, I'll follow you.
Thanks, Riker. I think it's the right thing to do.
Horses.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Sasha. I might have to go back and check on her.
Alright, are you okay with the plan that we go look at Sammy's hideout and then...
Yeah, you all can do that if that's what makes you comfortable.
Are you planning to stay with Sasha?
Does that mean you...
I think it might be mighty suspicious if I don't.
Might also be very dangerous.
I'm gonna have to level with you guys. After... Oh, I haven't even told you about this dwarf. I totally knocked him out. Had a
Oh
big
yeah,
fight.
I was there for that.
Big distraction. took all the suspicion away so that you could infiltrate that building. But afterwards, I got a little drunk, and I told everybody about the infection that was spreading through town. And then I realized that the beer that I was drinking is infected, and that most of the people around me were also infected. So,
I'm a little bit uncomfortable being completely surrounded by people who are infected, but that's the choice we've made.
And will the sleep
Well-
thing work on him?
my
And
point is, if
now?
you're worried about being suspicious, it might be past that point where
Do you cast sleep?
any kind of cover is blown. Oh, Ren cast sleep.
Oh no,
Um,
I cast it now.
Oh, I saw because
DJ wanted her to, but
yeah, and then you nodded like yeah,
Oh,
and so I was
thought
wondering what.
he was asking if I could. Or no, I'm waiting till we're at a safe place.
Okay.
I'm not gonna carry this guy.
Okay.
I know, but at the same time,
I'm a big guy.
I wasn't around you when you said those things, so.
But we're friends, Arsus. We're connected. Your aunt said
I
so
begin
herself.
walking.
Yes, we are friends, but that doesn't mean I know everything you know. Necessarily.
We're friends.
Yeah, Herc, we're friends.
We're friends. You won't let
Why,
me.
why don't you go with Miss Wren, and she'll take good care of you, and in the morning you'll feel better, okay?
You're going to stay here?
I'll stay in town, but I'm gonna swing by my place. Grab some stuff.
Like what?
Well, if I can't sleep in my room, I'm gonna need some pajamas, and maybe my blankie, and a pillow.
Sweet baby
Ren said
child.
she has something to help us sleep.
I think she's reserving that for you, Hurt.
Oh, it's a one-person thing, is it? Is it a one-person thing?
Well, I mean, I guess if you all slept in the same area, I could cast it on all of you, but
It's a spell.
It might affect Arsus before it affected Herc, though.
Actually, it won't affect me because I'm
Oh yeah, you're elfin. Yeah, it wouldn't.
I'm immune to magical sleep.
I'd
That's
be the
pretty
first to go
cool.
down, probably.
All right.
Actually, Herc would because he's technically injured.
True.
Maybe. Actually,
Yeah.
you're injured too, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
A
so
fireball to the face.
I was gonna run home and grab some stuff. You know.
You want us to come with you, and then you can come with us?
Actually, I think that would be a bad idea. Again, that makes everyone a little uncomfortable.
Doesn't make me uncomfortable.
It wouldn't be suspicious if I was just going home after a long day. I promise, Herc. I'll touch base with you guys in the morning.
All right. Be careful.
I always am.
find a way to send us a message if you can't get back to us, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Be safe.
All right.
Well,
Sammy,
where's
you're
Sammy?
staying over at
Sammy walked off already, I thought.
He did.
Oh
He
yeah.
didn't even tell you all where he lives.
Well,
Can I follow his tracks, maybe?
I
I come
mean,
around a corner. Are you guys done now?
I was gonna ask if he was staying at the old Myth Place or whatever it was called.
alrighty. So the three of you follow off with Sammy to Sammy's place. Get there without issue. Sammy, you want to describe what you've done with the place?
Absolutely nothing. I might have bought some a little bit of furniture and whatnot to make it a little more.
Is it like
cozy,
a college
but,
futon that you found on the side of the road?
Some lawn chairs.
whatever's in the house, and then some
Wall
bean
furniture.
bags and shit.
Big giant TV on cinder blocks.
Giant bean bags, straw bales,
And the naked
whatever.
chicks on the
No,
wall.
it's really it's.
I didn't guys show you
just
guys
a-
how I decorated my house, did I?
No.
No, you did not.
Because you were describing it to a
minimally
T.
So
College experience.
But it's like a studio type of thing, really cheaply done. And the casa of Sammy.
You live here?
I've rented out a little, or I've rented it. I'm renting it out.
But it's not home.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, it'll do.
It's better than
One
being outside,
Same.
I suppose.
twin size map for you all to share.
I'll roll out a bedroll and go on the floor. And then I'll look up at Rin. All right, I'm ready.
Take me now.
I'll step out of the room. I'll step out of the building. Actually,
Yeah,
who's-
Rin kind of.
Wait, who's keeping watch?
Sammy is.
Not you.
All right, all right.
Riker's in the
That'll be
building.
Because
I mean,
what's the radius
Riker's
on
not
sleep,
exactly paying
right?
Attention, so
Yeah.
yes.
So click that
here's
5d8
what the spell
button.
actually does. Yeah, and then I'm gonna actually cast it.
No, you have to just click the pink 5d8 on the roll 20.
Oh, okay. Boop.
Do you have
I'm
12
still
more
awake.
than you're still awake?
No!
So she I imagine
Is
she
Riker
makes some kind of-
asleep though?
No,
I imagine
no.
she's
I have
making
more
some
health
kind of
than that.
incantation, and then she's done, and then I like open one eye, and then I close it again.
It might just take a little while for it to take effect for you, but it's going to happen. Don't worry. And she kind of like strokes his hair,
eyes.
like
He's pretending to be asleep. He's pretending that it worked.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
But Miss Rin, I don't mean no offense, but you might need a little more practice with that spell. I think.
I mean, the only other time I've used it was on a bunch of rats, so it worked then.
Yeah, but Herc's not a rat.
I know. I hoped. Maybe he'll get the placebo.
Wait, Mr. Herc, is there like, I don't know, a sound that's really soothing to you by chance?
Riker?
Uh,
What's going on? Is it morning?
No, Mr. Herc, it's not.
John
I just turned around like, is he okay?
I think he was trying to be nice.
Oh.
Wait, can I make a performance check to like try to deceive them?
It's not gonna happen.
Okay. No, I felt something. I felt something. Got me a little bit there. For
Well,
sure.
if there's some kind of soothing sound or music you want, I might be able to help you with that.
Sure.
He likes the sound of crowds cheering.
I start lighting some more incense.
Nice.
Okay, is there a tiny non-magical object in the room, like just a pebble or something?
Yes, there are a ton of pebbles in the room. It is just, yeah, I've done nothing to the room. You can find anything.
Okay.
We've also got a lot of
Anything of
cash
not
money
value.
right now.
So, I'm going to use magical tinkering, and I can replicate a nonverbal sound. So, I replicate the sound of like ocean waves essentially, and put it next to Herc.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. I can dig that. Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's like we're back in
And just-
Sazale.
just one of the tricks I picked up.
Okay. We are going to swap over to Arsis at Sasha's. What are you doing?
So I am gonna head back to my house with my aunt, and gonna kind of like swing in. What time? It's pretty late now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely later.
So I'm gonna do the thing where, like when I come in from my late shift, I'm gonna try to be quiet and, gather up my stuff. I'm gonna take a couple clothing items, a couple things that I would need for a long trip. Like I was basically like packing, go on a vacation or something like that, as quietly as possible.
Okay.
And then, like a bedroll, my blanket, maybe some tools, whatever
Yeah.
I can fit in a bag.
I mean, to be fair, you did just come back from a vacation, so a lot of it would probably already be gathered up.
Right, and I probably dropped my bag when I was here earlier,
Yeah.
like I would normally would, and then I had to pick it up again. And then I'm just gonna go and sleep under the stars, like maybe 200, 300 feet away from village, just out past the cabin a little bit.
We didn't make it that far. You're in gathering your things, and you feel eyes staring at you from behind in the darkness, and as you turn around, you see, and then immediately hear Sasha. Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere. Just gonna check on the crops and the animals out in the forest.
You just got back. How could you be leaving again so soon?
I'm not going far. I'm just gonna be home tomorrow. I'm worried about some of the animals out there. I think I saw one in a trap, one time, and on the way in, and I'm a little worried about it. That's all. I'm so sorry I woke you. I didn't mean to.
Oh, I wasn't sleeping. I was waiting for you to return.
Oh, that's really sweet of you, Sasha, but you don't normally wait up for me after my shift.
No, but I thought after the boar scared you that you might need some comforting.
What now? I was at the Jackdaw.
The boar.
There was no boar at the Jackdaw. I mean, some of the patrons are boring, but...
At the mines.
Why would there be... What?
You don't have to play dull. Arsis, you're
start
so bright.
Backing away out of the room.
Well, she's technically standing in the doorway, so unless you're backing away, like, through a window?
I would probably do that.
As you quickly open your bedroom window and leave out, she calls out into the night.
Don't go far, we'll follow.
And the window shuts and the light is off. Sammy, while you might not see Arsis, you do hear that old lady screeching into the night in the general direction. How do you deal with that? How do you act?
I just kind of hang back. If I see Arsis, then I'll just watch her wherever she walks to.
I guess she'd probably be making a decent amount of noise as she's like scurrying away from the house. So you'd probably see her. Unless Arsis, are you like immediately trying to be stealthy as you leave? Or are you just worried about getting as far away as fast as possible?
I'd probably be a little bit of both. Like I'd be trying to move away a little fast, but I would also be like super paranoid and trying to be really quiet.
Okay. I'll say that Sammy sees you initially. But if you want to roll a stealth check to see who else notices you. That's fine.
Okay. Not great.
Okay. And where were you headed, Arsa? So you were just headed out to find a secluded spot in the forest to fall asleep under the stars?
To cry and then follow my sleep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, yeah.
How much effort do you put into catching up with her, Sammy?
I don't follow her at all. I just watch her go off.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of interested in what's going on in Sasha's at this point.
Oh, Jesus. That's not where I thought that was going. Okay.
It never is.
Yep. Nope. It never is. Okay. What do you do?
I would probably. No lights on in the house, right?
No.
Okay. From my spot, I'd probably sit there for about 10 or 15 minutes, see if any lights come on or any doors or windows open, and any creepy old ladies crawl out like a fucking crab or something like that and follow after us. But if nothing comes out of the house, I'd probably start making my way towards the house.
Okay.
And
Nothing followed out after Arsa's.
okay. I'd probably start making my way towards the house. It's a one-level house, right?
Yep.
I just want to peer in and look to see if I can see old Auntie Sasha doing anything weird.
Like, are you opening the door and peering in, or are you just trying to find a window to look through?
Through windows, that's all.
It's really difficult to see in.
You and your human eyes.
As not only that, but as I described before, when you were walking up the first time, she had to like pull the curtain back to peer out, and then so there's a lot of curtains in front of the windows. Yeah, you can give me a perceptions check if you want.
Yep.
DC's gonna be through the roof, but
That's fine, whatever. At this point, I'm just listening then if I can't see in. Fuck that.
7 crew, let's go.
yeah, the
Can't see
paranoia.
shit.
Yeah, you find yourself constantly looking
Oh,
over your
shit.
shoulder, feeling that other people might be watching.
It's a 7 reference.
I don't know the 7.
The movie
What's
7.
in the box?
Oh,
Wait, you've never
Oh,
seen
okay.
7?
okay, yeah, I got you now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's because we keep rolling 7.
All right, you're unable to see or hear anything inside of the house.
Such a shitty rogue. Damn it.
What do you do?
You're level 2. It'll take
I
time.
know. I'm not breaking into the fucking house.
I'm sure if you knock, she'll let you in.
That's very true.
Very tempting offer, but the crazy old lady that's infected? Nah. I'm gonna head back to the house.
Still slurping on the rag.
Gross.
Anyways.
Yeah,
And that's
no, I'm
probably
headed
the
back
most
to my
disturbing
place.
thing you've ever presented to us is some old lady sucking on a rag that was on the floor.
Yeah. Nice.
And in
And
the fire.
charge. Yeah.
I thought it was charming.
Just think if DJ would have made it inside. I already had a couple one-liners going. Anyways.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
I kind of want him to go inside now.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for those one liners.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to go inside now, like a lot. Like a lot.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm just headed back.
Okay. Nice.
The old lady's gonna hit on you.
You make it back to your place. Arsis, you make it out far enough away into the wilderness. She feels
I probably
secluded
have
and
a
alone.
spot that I would spend hours at when I was off work or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just where I want to spend the night.
Okay. The rest of you, how do you handle it? Do you set up watch?
I mean, I assume Riker would think that like Sammy's taking first watch, so probably
Just as you know, just outside.
yeah. But I mean Riker could take like second watch, assuming Sammy like comes in at some point.
I'd probably
Maybe
after my little
Riker
excursion
and
to
Rin can have a
Sasha's.
discussion, and Rin will like jot down a note for Sammy and just put it on the door.
Okay.
When you come back, stay up.
That's it. It's not even like wake us up for second watch. It's just you're on
Stay up.
watch tonight. You weren't here to have a
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah, once I come home, I don't know, if you put a note up, I'd probably look at it and just crumble it up and drop it on the floor.
Nice.
And
Step on it a
I
little bit.
believe in the safety of my house, so I'm just gonna find the spot that I normally curl up in and call it a night, and I won't even wake anybody.
Okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
I mean, don't worry about it.
It's called playing with fire.
Ah!
Yes, that is a visual representation of Sammy's house, indeed.
Including the women.
Pretty much.
Um,
The little one is Herc.
alrighty. The night passes without issue that you know of. I will allow you all to level up before next session
Ooh.
for
Actually,
your
that's perfect timing, John.
uncovering of a few things and also not dying.
Yet.
Yeah.
And we'll just wrap it up 13 minutes early, unless there is some role play or something that you had in mind that.
For my level up, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's hit that at the beginning of next session.
Okay.
You can still level up, but yeah, I want that to be. I completely forgot about that until now, but I want that to be a little bit more special for you.
Okay.
So we'll do that then. Perfect.
All right.
Oh, and I would probably segue from Sasha's to the drop spot to take care of that dagger and those notes then, because I hadn't done it during the day yet. So
You're not getting rid of Ophidian's kiss, are you?
Yeah, come on, man. You weren't stealing that for you?
So how would you deal with that? You would just drop it off like with a note?
yep, just the notes that I've been writing you.
Yeah.
And drop it off.
Okay. Alrighty. Sounds good. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That was a good session.